JB, the only, and I mean the only Mr. Steal Your Dibs. And on the other side, my man, my boy, Tantalizing, Tony Leven. Man, what's going on?
Happy holidays, my friend.
Same to you. Same to you, my man. Same to you. Hope all is going well with you and your family.
All is going well as well as can be expected. Let me just do my personal stuff, get out the way first, so we can, get this going. So, MVS, I know you guys support everything that we all do. We support VK with his show. We support this show. But today, I need you guys to check out Mania Club. I'm gonna put the link up. Today is a promo battle. It's me, Tony Levin, your boy, going against the brand's BJ, the owner of the brand. They've been running roughshod over Mania Club for the past 6 months, and I've been cheated, I've been backstabbed, everything. Today, the title's on the line. There's a stipulation. If I win, of course, I get the title, and if BJ loses, which I hope he will, he's out. He's gone for good. So I'm gonna put a link up after this is over. I'm gonna do my best to represent the Mania Club and bring the title home to Mania Club and MVS. So we'll be all the titles. We'll have some more. Jared got his titles. I got mine. Championships all around, baby. For MVS today, I'm gonna represent. Thank you. Let's go.
Man, you trying to do a Kenny Omega, huh? Get one belt in one organization and go to other organizations and get their belts, huh?
I'm gonna take over every group on Facebook and take every title possible.
Oh man, that's the man right there. Bring it home. Bring it to MVS. Let's go. Let's get started. Let's start off from Monday Night Raw, and we seen we seen on the blog sheets about Keith Lee being sent back to the training performance center, and this is what I did not want to happen. We've talked about it before on previous shows about Keith Lee leaving NXT, going to Raw, and they just not knowing what to do with him, and just it's to me, it's all been bad from the jump. He comes out, new song. He had the shorts that look like a skirt. They making him wear a t-shirt.
Training performance.
They got the shorts right, the shorts fixed. He got another brand new song, and then now they're saying he has to go back to the training center, the performance center, to work on his skills. And I look at that right now, man, as a slap in the face to Keith Lee, because that's a hard worker. He's done everything right. He hasn't complained about anything and hasn't complained about nothing Vince McMahon wanted to change from Keith Lee. Nothing at all. And now this man gets his shot that he's worked for years, and now y'all have shot this man down. There are other wrestlers who are not as good in the ring as Keith Lee that can be sent back to the performance center. But you send this man back. I got a problem with that. I got a huge problem with that. I'm gonna let you go.
So, it's real tough when you are a fan on the outside looking in, and one of your favorites either gets reprimanded or it doesn't go the way you want it to go. But the way I look at it from being a former person inside the business is that no matter where you are, you always try to hone your craft and you try to make yourself better. We know working with Vince is not easy because he has a certain vision and he's so backdated. He's still in the Hulk Hogan era, in the 80s era, and maybe even partly in the Attitude era. Things got to be done different now because of the way social media has turned things into. The climate of the world is way different than it used to be. So I don't look at it as, Keith Lee being demoted or put down. Because look at it. There's certain people that fit different aspects of the business. Like, here's a perfect example. Finn Balor, who was Universal Champion, the first Universal Champion.
Correct.
For one day. They didn't know what to do with him. Vince messed him up totally and sent him back to NXT, and he has flourished. He's now the NXT champion. It wasn't a demotion. It's just that he's better fit there. I'm not happy that Ember Moon is in NXT. I want her on the big two shows, but guess what? The the big two shows, they're only the big two shows because of the time they've been on television. NXT is a much better product, has much better wrestlers, has much better storylines, and they have consistency. So for Keith Lee to go back to the performance center to work on his craft, I look at it as like he's a professional, and sometimes as a professional, when you have a boss, he's going to tell you to do something, and you got to toe the company line, and you got to do it. Um, Maybe there are a few things he could work on a little better. Maybe Vince doesn't like the very laid back attitude of Mr. Lee and how he's very calm and how he's so big like a gentle giant. And maybe he wants him to come off as more of a monster. So, as you know, Braun Strowman's gone too. He's working on some things too. Have you seen Braun Strowman's body lately? He is cut.
Bruh,
He
cut
lost.
and ripped.
He's ripped. Yeah. So he's trying to evolve to the next level because yeah, he was champion, but it didn't work. It didn't work for him. It didn't work for
Right.
anybody. It wasn't authentic. So maybe it'll be good for Keith Lee because listen, Keith Lee has been around the business a long time, but he's only been in the big time for 3 or 4 years. Between NXT and now the WWE main brand. So Jeremy, don't get so discouraged that you take it as a slap in the face because I'm pretty sure that paycheck he gets every month, it ain't a slap in the face. They ain't taking his money from him. So just take it as he's going to be even better when he's done doing the stuff they need him to do.
I understand and agree with what you're saying, but when we saw Keith Lee get the NXT championship, and then he lost it within a month, you and I went back and forth because I didn't want him to lose. I wanted him to win some type of way against Karrion Kross, and the feud continues. Then he lose and go. You said he has to lose now because Karrion Kross is the hottest thing coming up, and he
And I was
has to,
right.
yeah, and he has to move up. Okay, he moved up to Raw. I still feel as if Keith Lee went to SmackDown, if he went to SmackDown, I don't think we had this problem. I really believe he'd be on SmackDown every week on TV. But they sent him to the Raw brand, and I did not want him to go to Raw because I felt as if this was going to happen. And this is exactly as is what is happening. It's like I saw the future.
You're not wrong about that. But if you think about how he came into Raw, he came in strong. He beat Randy Orton. He had
Yeah,
a pay-per-view match. He did good. You got to realize something. There's going to be you got to pay his dues, and Vince's not going to just put anybody over without them making pay his dues.
right.
So take it with a grain of salt. He hasn't been on the main roster only for what 5 months now,
Just about, yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Right.
just
So
about.
he's still got plenty of time. Royal Rumble's coming. WrestleMania's around the corner. So maybe him going into the performance center, working on some things, is even better because you got the big pay-per-views coming up. After TLC today, you got the Rumble, and
Yep.
then you got the big one, WrestleMania. So maybe Vince wants to push him a little bit to see if he's hungry enough to get up to that main event status.
Okay. I hear you. I hear you. We got people that's commenting facts. I feel some type of way about it too. And another one says this man beat Randy Orton clean. Orton versus Lee match was fire. Sure is. But we will see what's going to happen with Keith Lee. And hopefully we see him back on TV very soon. But we're going to move on now to Lana. So this past Monday night, we saw Lana defeat Nia Jax. And then she got attacked. And apparently, Lana is injured and cannot compete at TLC today. And those last statements we had was from Elvin Pate. Lana cannot compete at TLC. I'll let you go first because apparently they were wanting to push Lana every week, going through a table, and then the tag team match they've beaten Shayna and Nia Jax, and if she gets this one-on-one match with Nia Jax, and she wins, and if she's injured, do you think they wrote off Lana for the time being, or something big is coming with Lana down the road?
I'm split in the middle with this one because if I'm booking this, if I'm fantasy booking, I took Lana off just to make it more dramatic for the comeback and be her part and be Oscar's partner. Maybe Oscar comes up by herself and she's getting the crap kicked out of her, and Lana comes down and somehow they win the tag titles. But if I'm really thinking professionally, what does Lana and Oscar win the titles actually do for anybody? Nothing. Oscar's already the champ. Who do you bring back right now to make a big shock? Charlotte Flair. Charlotte Flair and Oscar as tag team champions. And then Oscar has the title. We got some riff right there. So it could go either way. You know me, I'm pretty good with predicting what's going on, but this one has me a little bit, flabbergasted. I think we see the return of Charlotte Flair tonight.
I was reading that Charlotte is supposed to be backstage at TLC. And then I read that her time off is over with. So that made me think also, hold up, Lana. Sit back for a second. We bringing back Charlotte to take your spot. But we got something for you down the road. Down the road. And I don't know who Lana would face, but I'm thinking this. Charlotte comes back tonight, and they win the tag team belts. And think about it. Oh, people are going to want to watch because Charlotte's back, and she's a champion again, and she's champion with this other great wrestler, Asuka. But what if we go to the Royal Rumble? What if Lana wins the Royal Rumble? This what if? I mean, I'm looking at this push for Lana, and I'm looking at a push for Bianca Belair. Just the only two names I can think about winning the Rumble right now. I can't think of nobody else unless Becky shows up for the Rumble and she wins. That's it.
I don't see Lana getting that big kind of push. I don't think they'll ever give her that women's strap. I don't think she'll be in a main event like that because people wouldn't buy it.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely see Bianca Belair as doing really well in the Rumble.
Uh-huh.
But like you said, Becky had that baby already.
Yeah.
That baby's what, 3 weeks old now?
Just about.
The Royal Rumble is in mid-January. We're right now mid-December. That's 4 or 5 weeks away. That means she had the baby. That means by Royal Rumble time, the kid will be 2 months old. Man, we might see Becky at the Rumble. But I think they got some plan for Lana. I don't know what it is. But if she doesn't show up tonight, we're going to just be in the dark what's happening with her. But if she does show up tonight, like come down limping and, all beat up and everything, and they're going to win the titles. But I like the whole storyline around her. I like that she's going through a table every week, and they job her. Now, she's paying her dues, bro. With Rusev being gone, it's tough.
Yes, indeed. We're going to see. We're going to see. Charlotte Flair, I can't compare Charlotte to nobody. They're going to build Lana up. I can't see Lana with the belt, though. And Bianca Belair is the next one up. She got that it factor. That's from Elvin Pate. All right.
I think Bianca's a little more time away. I don't think Vince is going to pull the trigger on Bianca yet. We're ready for Bianca, but I don't think Vince is ready for Bianca yet to do it. I think that she don't have the name recognition enough to win the Rumble. She'll have a good showing. She might eliminate more women than anybody. Mm-hmm. But I think Becky's that surprise entry.
Okay, you heard it from us. Now, we're leaving Raw. We're going to some TNA, people. Yes, TNA. And I don't want to hear nothing about, oh, Lord, TNA, because y'all know. Y'all been watching TNA since Kenny showed up. Y'all know it. Y'all know it. And MVS, I see y'all talking about it. I see y'all talking about it. I see y'all posting pictures with Kenny as Thanos with all the different organizations and all that good stuff. What up, Mikey? We got Mikey on the show, everybody. My man Mikey here. So TNA, we saw Carl Anderson in the ring with Chris Sabin from the Motor City Machine Guns, and a huge brawl broke out with the Good Brothers and the Motor City Machine Guns and TNA World Champion Rich Swann, and then AEW Champion Kenny Omega comes out to the ring, and on TNA's next pay-per-view, it's been made a 3-on-3 match. Kenny Omega, the AEW World Champion, with the Good Brothers, the tag team champions of TNA versus Rich Swann, the TNA World Champion, and the Motor City Machine Guns. With this being done, and obviously they trying to set up a feud between champion and champion, Rich Swann and Kenny Omega. But in this 3-on-3 match, do we have our official first AEW versus TNA match?
I guess you call it that. I mean, you also have the reuniting of the Bullet Club, basically, right?
Yeah.
So, right, the Good Brothers Bullet Club, and you got Kenny Omega. So, I mean, this to me, it's so weird to see this kind of dynamic with two cross promotions going against and with each other. But I mean, all it's doing is building up TNA because, AEW doesn't benefit anything from this. I like Rich Swann, don't get me wrong, but he's not in the league of a Kenny Omega. So
Correct.
all it's doing is lifting TNA to make people watch and people talk about. I'm not gonna lie to you. I check out on YouTube what they're doing here and there. I won't sit through the whole thing because, like I said, I'm I'm a production value,
Right.
and that's why
Right.
I'm more into AEW a little more now because a little more production value. Got a couple fans in the seat, so But yeah, I love the cross promotion aspect of it. I love that. It's opening TNA's doors. There are some good wrestlers in TNA that deserve a shot to shine, and maybe this brings some visibility to them.
AEW is helping out TNA with this, and TNA's ratings have been much better ever since Kenny has hopped onto their show. So definitely a help to TNA. But it's hard for me to say if this is the official first AEW versus TNA match when the AEW champion is teaming up with TNA, the TNA Tag Team Champions. I would rather just a one-on-one match, and you make that AEW versus TNA. But it is what it is. It's happening. Yes, it's a Bullet Club reunion, and people love to see Bullet Club reunions. Let's go back to AJ versus Finn Balor. Boom. All right. Let's go to Adam Cole versus Finn Balor. Boom. Too sweet. Let's go to when AJ and the Good Brothers were the club, the OC. Boom. People love seeing them back together. So this is a good strategy move on the part of TNA early. Put Kenny back with the Good Brothers, Bullet Club. Good strategy move to get more people to watch. Perfect. And with Tony Khan doing his ads on TNA, to me that's even perfect, even more. So the teamwork is working. It's working. It's working. Let's see how much longer it will last. But kind of like what we're seeing with this TNA and AEW teamwork. But we will see what happens in the future with this. Hopefully, it'll work out. But
Like
moving
I
on.
said,
Go ahead.
like I said, TNA still doesn't impress me enough for me to give it my undivided attention. I'll check out the little, things on Facebook here and there and check out little stuff on YouTube. But they got to impress me, man, to make me want to watch.
I totally understand. Totally understand. Now, we're going to what we believe is the best show on TV, NXT. Ladies and gentlemen, if you watched NXT on Wednesday night, you saw a great match between Rhea Ripley and Tony Storm, but you also saw a good matchup between Kyle O'Reilly and Pete Dunne as they were fighting for the number one contendership to face Finn Balor for the NXT Championship, and we saw Kyle O'Reilly come out of that match as the winner. We are getting we are getting Kyle O'Reilly versus Finn Balor 2. If you saw the first match, you loved that match. My friend, I will let you go first. Do you think we will get a match just as good as the first one or better? Because
It's definitely going.
it was hard hitting. They had broken jaws and other injuries.
Listen, they're gonna step up. They're gonna step their game up. Those are two consummate professionals. Kyle O'Reilly has just exceeded everything I knew about him. He is definitely main event status. You
Yes,
know, the match between him and Pete Dunne on free. These are pay per view events that we're getting to watch on free television.
yes,
Him versus Pete Dunne was a great match. It was great. Um, Pete Dunne, the bruiserweight, a tough competitor. But Kyle O'Reilly pulled it out, came out on top, and showed why he's in the Undisputed Era, and showed that he has a chance to be NXT champion. Will that
yeah,
happen? Probably not. But he's definitely gonna make us believers.
yeah. I totally agree. I've liked Kyle O'Reilly back in the day when he was with Ring of Honor and New Japan Pro Wrestling. I thought his wrestling ability was just very, very second to none. And we're finally getting to see it with him in solo competition. I think it's going to be a better match than the first one. I hope, I really hope they make it to where it's a no DQ or something, because that first match was a regular match and hard hitting. I mean, hard hitting. We hadn't seen that in a long time, but I enjoyed it. And you know, it's crazy because we've seen factions before where the number one guy in a faction is the champion, this and that, and he's the leader. And then when another guy in a faction try to become the champion or becomes champion, they turn on him. You know, evolution. But that hasn't happened with Undisputed Era at all. It's like no jealousy from Adam Cole whatsoever. So I'm loving it. I don't think Kyle O'Reilly will get the belt, but this match here will be phenomenal.
Yeah, I agree. I'm shocked. I'm shocked that Adam Cole hasn't showed any kind of animosities towards Kyle O'Reilly, because he's an egomaniac. But I guess because they're faces now, they're just all about the group and everything. And speaking of Undisputed Era, poor Bobby Fish cannot stay healthy, man. This guy just gets hurt so many times, man. Hurt
Yeah,
again.
right. Yes, indeed. So,
Hope,
Ja-
hope it's up for the long term.
yeah, January 6th, NXT, New Year's Evil. You will see Finn Balor versus Kyle O'Reilly 2. Now, AEW Dynamite. We have seen Sting 3 weeks in a row. Not no type of action whatsoever. Just walk to the ring, point the bat, looking on Anderson's face, looking Cody's face, looking Darby's face, do a little interview with Cody, walks on the ramp, points a bat at Powerhouse Hobbs, winks at Cody. We haven't seen Sting do any type of action yet. Will they let Sting do any type of action anytime soon? Because now we sit there, we see Sting, we love Sting. Yes, Sting, 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 but he ain't did nothing yet. Can we see him at least swing a bat on somebody, kick somebody, do a Stinger splash? Because we know he's not gonna have any matches. Can we see something?
I don't know. I don't know what they're doing. I mean, it looks like WCW all over again. Like they get somebody and don't strike the iron when it's hot. I mean, I guess they got a plan, but I don't know what it is. I mean, we got to see some kind of physicality. Hit a couple guys with a bat would be nice. You don't got to get into a wrestling match, but knock some people out. Make your presence known. You're Sting. You're the icon. You're a Hall of Famer. Come
That's
on,
right.
bro. Knock somebody out with the bat. Swing for the fences. Go for the homer. So yeah, maybe they got a plan. Maybe Tony Khan and the rest of the executive VIPs, vice presidents have plans on what's going on. But as of right now, the first week I get it. Even the second week, third week, we got to see somebody get their teeth knocked out.
Yeah, it's time. They need to let Sting do something. We love Sting, but we want to see Sting do something in that ring, or if it's fighting somebody on the ramp, something. It's time. He's been there 3 weeks, no type of action yet. Okay, the point of the bat, yeah, it's a threat, but it's getting old because we want to see Sting in action. So
We seen this.
AEW,
We seen this. We seen this before. We seen this
yeah,
whole thing. We seen this.
yes, it's nothing new except he's not being dropped down from the Raptors, and that's not going to
We
happen anymore.
we knew we knew that ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, exactly. That's not going to happen anymore. So AEW, please let the man do something, please. Okay, I don't care if it's coming out saving Darby Allin every week. I mean, it's similar to what he did to the NWO, coming out of nowhere and attacking him. But let us see Sting attack. Just think about it. When he came out and attacked NWO, the crowd went nuts.
Like, think about this. Like, what about forget Sting? What about all the other wrestlers that okay, we got the icon Sting here. How come they haven't jumped him and beat the crap out of him? Like realistically, Taz's crew should have jumped him already. How about the inner circle? Like, how come nobody's jumped this dude? It's just him and a bat. He can't hit everybody.
Can't.
So like, they're like, oh, nobody's attacking this guy. Like, come on, it's not believable. You brought the guy in, use him. The t-shirt sales are going to sell. We know that. The t-shirts
Correct.
are going to sell. Let's get some wrestling, some brutality going on here.
Please, in a heartbeat. In a heartbeat, let this man do something, please, next week. Don't let this man come out there again and just stand at the ramp pointing a bat. Please, it is time for Sting to put some hurt on someone. Moving on to SmackDown. Man, if this isn't maybe the best feud going on, Roman Reigns versus Kevin Owens. And this past SmackDown, Kevin Owens got beat down at the beginning of the show, the middle of the show, the end of the show. He got beat down. And if you watch Talking Smack, man, I think he put fear into Paul Heyman with what he said. But we'll give our predictions on this match later on. But my question to you is, here's my question. Do you see this feud continuing onto the Royal Rumble?
It has to. It's so good. You can't end it like this. We know Roman's gonna. Oh, sorry. What? This is spoiler alert. We know Roman's gonna hold on to the title. There's gonna be some chicanery. Jey Uso is gonna help beat the crap. You might even see Jimmy come out.
Yeah.
You might have the whole Samoan crew beat the crap out of Kevin Owens. But this is such great television, such great storyline telling. You got Kevin Owens, who has literally got the living crap beat out of him week after week after week. They buried him under a mound of tables, ladders, and chairs. Oh my! And he kept on coming. He reminds me, let me do a throwback, let me show my age. He reminds me of a line from Rocky 2. There's a line in Rocky 2 when Apollo Creed is in his office behind his desk. And he's talking to all his people and his trainer. His trainer goes, come on, man, we got all these other fighters. He goes, Apollo says, you think I won the match? He goes, you got the decision. Apollo says, I won, but I didn't beat him. Tony, who is the trainer's name, says to him, "You want my honest opinion?" He goes, "Yeah, tell me." Tony says, "I saw you beat that man like I never saw any other man get beat in his life. And he kept on coming." And that's what Kevin Owens is. Kevin Owens is the Rocky Balboa of SmackDown. He will not lay down no matter how much Roman and Jay and whoever else beat the living hell out of him.
I totally agree with you. This feud has to continue to the Royal Rumble. It has to. It has to. After the Royal Rumble, the feud got to stop. We got to start building up the next feud for Roman. Hopefully, it is Big E. Hopefully, we shall see. I'm hearing that it's gonna be Goldberg, and please, no, do not let it be Goldberg. Please, please, Biggie, Biggie. But this feud got to continue. This feud is not gonna be over after tonight, and it is these Roman feuds for these months with Jay and now um, Kevin Owens. Hey, you got to give creative. You got to give them a hand. They have put together a great storyline in regards to Roman Reigns and whoever they put in there with him, and it's been superb. It's been fun to watch. It's been great. It's been great TV. SmackDown to me has been great TV pretty much this whole year. I can't say the same for Raw. I think SmackDown to me is the better show, better creativity in my opinion. But back onto the match, this feud here. I mean, it's great to see Kevin Owens back in the spotlight, back in the main event card, and doing it with Roman is going to be perfect. This feud has to continue after until the Royal Rumble. It has to because it's just beginning. I don't think it reached its peak yet. I think we're in for more after TLC tonight.
I definitely agree.
Now, before we get to um, before we get to the TLC predictions, I want to talk about Talking Smack. Two things I want to talk about first. First of all, I don't know if you got the big notification or anything, but came out that The Rock was going to be on Talking Smack and making a big announcement. Well, that announcement really wasn't anything. He was just saying how he got over with the crowd as a heel with the Nation of Domination. But we know with anything with The Rock in wrestling, The Rock sells. The Rock sells. Do you think with them showing this segment of The Rock being interviewed by Jay Glazer, is this a foreshadow to maybe The Rock doing one more match with Roman, or is just The Rock just giving an interview?
Why else would The Rock even show up? He's not promoting anything. It was no reason. He's to get him back. It's to get him back on WWE TV. Everybody wants the money match, Roman versus The Rock at WrestleMania. Everybody wants it. Nobody wants to see anything else. What else can we see? Undertaker's gone. What else do we really want to see other than Edge? You know,
Right?
what else do we want to see? Right now, if you think of WrestleMania wise, if you had to put matches together, what do you do? Who do you put up against who? And where is WrestleMania going to be? And will there be fans? And if there are fans, you want a big turnout and you want a big mania. What's the biggest name ever in the name of sports entertainment other than Stone Cold? Stone Cold and The Rock equal. Come on, man. He's got to do it. He's got to. First of all, The Rock hasn't officially retired, no matter what people say.
Correct.
Oh God. Sorry, my phone's ringing. And what other way to put his cousin over? Imagine The Rock losing at WrestleMania to Roman, a heel Roman.
Well, this match with Rock and Roman has to happen, and to me, if it does happen, it should be Rock's last match ever. It should be, or unless Roman goes back to being a face and he needs a partner for something, calls on Big Cousin. But other than that, the Rock does not gain anything by defeating Roman. He does not. He might want to come teach Roman a lesson about bullying Jay and his head of the table stuff. That's not what our family does. But he would have to lose that match. He has to. Makes no sense for Rock to win and beat Roman. It's just like, when Rock beat Cena, you know, we all sat there like, I wanted Rock to win, but, what did The Rock gain from it? He was gone the next day, not knowing that they already had Rock versus Cena 2 in the plans for next Mania, where Cena would win. And Rock said that on the Instagram Live months ago, you know. But Rock and Roman face off. Roman has to win that match, or unless it's more than one match. Rock wins the first one, Roman wins the one after. But other than that, I agree with you. They did not show The Rock just to show him. There was something with this. Got to be something with this.
Definitely.
Now, yeah. Now, back to talking smack. Because this, I watched it, and this was, We already know from months ago what Booker T said about Sasha and Bailey. Okay? He says, Bailey is good, and that's a compliment. I don't like Bailey, but she's good, not great. And he said something similar about Sasha also months ago. He said it on Talking Smack yesterday. Not yesterday, Friday night. He said it. He said it about Sasha first with Carmella sitting next to him. And then he told Carmella, you don't have the IQ that Sasha has. I was like, whoa. Bailey comes to the table later. And Paul Heyman is there, and she goes, "What's up, Paul? I'm just admiring who should be our SmackDown Women's Champion. I'm admiring the best female wrestler talent that we have right now." Yes, he said all that. Paul Heyman giving her glory. Here comes Booker T. Well, I've said it before. Bailey isn't great, but she's good at everything else. She's good at everything else. So Bailey looked at him. And she's like, and Booker T went on talking. And I didn't catch it on TV, but I saw it. I saw it on Facebook. After she did all that, like that, like playing along with it, she gave him the finger like this. She was doing this. She gave him the finger. My question to you, and Booker T keeping it real with his thoughts on how you feel about them, but do you think Booker T should have done that, or just should have, just go along with them being great, blah, blah, blah? What you think?
Nah, man, Booker T doesn't lie. If you listen to Booker T's podcast, he doesn't care who he calls out. Tells the truth. And it is what he's even addressed when he used the N-word when he was in Harlem Heat. He even addressed when McMahon used the N-word in that vignette. What's up, man? So he said, "Yo, I should never done that. It was so stupid." Like he don't lie. And if he listen, WWE has him commentating on Talking Smack for a reason. They want it to look as real as possible, and Booker T don't lie. He does not like Sasha Banks as a person. He does not like her. I'm gonna tell you why though. I'll give you some insight. Booker T sees how she is around the fans. Booker T was in Brooklyn that day when she was in the street talking crap to everybody when she was crossing the street when she got loud with me. Booker T watches everything, bro. Sasha Banks was not, I don't know how she is now, but Sasha Banks was in a bad place a couple years ago where she was just berating and talking down about everybody. And Booker T's not like Booker T's a nice guy. And listen, you gotta pay your dues in the business, man. You can't be talking down to people. Your fans are what make you.
That's correct.
And Booker T loves the fans, man. Without us, they're not millionaires.
That's right.
So that's what Booker T said. You're not great. You're not. You guys are good. You're not Charlotte level status. And I'm sorry to tell you this, they're not. I love Sasha Banks. And I love Bailey. They are not as good as freaking Charlotte Flair wrestling wise. Can they be? They could be someday. Their gimmicks are great. Bailey as a heel is awesome.
Yeah.
And Sasha has not changed her attitude at all. I don't know if she's a face or a heel. She's just a bitch on TV all the time.
She's a face. She's a face.
Who would be? Who would be? I don't mind a bitchy attitude if you're getting the job done. Fine with me. But
Yeah.
Booker T calls it like he sees it. I don't blame him.
So the name of the show is Talking Smack, and if we're gonna talk smack on the show and name the show Talking Smack, let's keep it real. Now, when it comes to what he told to Bailey, I don't think he was taking a shot at Bailey. I think he's just saying she's good, but not on that next level. If I was Bailey on that show right then and there, I would have called him out on it. I'd been like, okay, I'm good. What what isn't making me great, in your opinion, Booker T? Call him out on it and have him answer right then and there. You know,
Maybe
because
she
Book,
felt like she couldn't. Maybe she felt like she couldn't. Maybe she was showing him respect as a Hall of Famer, as
but
a
no,
veteran of the business.
that ain't respect.
You know, she had to get something off. She had to get something off on him. So but maybe she felt like her hands might have been tied on what she could say. Because if I was Bailey, I would say, yeah, I'm not great. Where's your protege, Ember Moon? They sent her back to NXT because she couldn't make it here. That's what I would. I'm just saying. I would say some
Ooh.
shit like that. You train
Ooh.
you train Ember Moon. Where's she at? She's back in NXT. You know. So I mean,
Yeah. Ooh.
but she didn't do it. So
Yeah. Oh well. Yeah, it was talking smack. It was live and it was real. Now, on to our TLC predictions real quick. About to get into it. We're gonna start off who we think are going to win these matchups. Firefly Inferno, Randy Orton versus The Fiend. Um, I really don't know what a Firefly Inferno is, but I can think of an Inferno match from back in the day from Undertaker and Kane. Somebody catches on fire some type of way. Bruh, I want to sit here. If that's the case, if that's what it is, the regular Inferno match, I want to sit here and say there's no way that Randy Orton catches on fire. It's what I want to say, but the Fiend
I,
has got the. Go ahead, go ahead.
I don't. Every time they get Bray Wyatt and Randy Orton together, it's always some gimmick match. I don't. Do they learn their lesson?
Not all the time.
Uh,
I mean, we
I,
had we had the Sister Abigail house burned down. WrestleMania 33. They had three different freaking views of insects in the ring. It's always something, bro.
I don't know, bro. I can't call this match. I mean, I think that the Fiend's gonna win, of course. Win, of course. But I don't even know what this type of match is, bro.
Me
I
neither.
have no freaking clue.
This is what I'm gonna say. If Randy Orton comes out in his regular tights and boots, I'm gonna say the Fiend wins. But if Randy Orton comes out with some type of long sleeve shirt and some pants, no, scratch that. If Randy Orton comes out in his regular tights and boots, he wins. There's no way the bear skin's getting on fire. But if Randy Orton is in clothes, pants, long sleeve shirts, then I say the Fiend. That's what I'm going with. It's hard to call this match because we don't know what a Firefly Inferno match is. That's just it. We don't know. All right. Raw Tag Team Championship match. The New Day versus the Hurt Businesses. Shelton Benjamin and Cedric the Alexander. I'm going to go first. Cedric. I said Cedric the Alexander. Sorry, Cedric Alexander. He's like getting this big time push, like this breakout star all of a sudden. If you notice it on Raw, beating Kofi, beating Xavier Woods, bruh. New Day will be dropping the belts to the Hurt Business. I'm sorry. This push they got Cedric on. They're not going to end this push come tonight. Cedric the Alex, Cedric Alexander, and Shelton Benjamin are your new Raw Tag Team Champions.
I don't know. I mean, if you notice, Cedric Alexander is really cocky, and they've got to calm him down, and he's like act like he's bigger than the group. But I think that's a swerve. I think they might kick Shelton out.
Kick
I
Shelton
think
or Cedric?
Shelton. I think
Shelton
this is
Benjamin?
a swerve to kick Shelton because it's making it look like that they're sick of Cedric acting so. I'm this great, and MVP's like, yo, calm down, calm down. I think this might be a swerve to kick Shelton out. Yeah,
Whoa. Okay, this early?
yeah.
Wow. Wow. Okay. Okay. So you
I
say
think
the new.
New Day holds. I think New Day holds the title.
Okay. I got her business. He has New Day. Now, women's tag team championship match: Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler versus Asuka and a mystery partner. I think we both agree if it's Charlotte Flair, Asuka and Charlotte getting the belts. Do we agree? Uh
Yes,
oh. All right. So
yes.
that's our pick. Charlotte Flair is back. They get the belts.
I want to say something.
Go ahead.
I want a disclaimer for any of my picks. Any picks I make today get a little asterisk next to them because I'm so nervous about my promo battle. I'm going through my stuff right now, so I can't focus 100% on the predictions. But yes, Charlotte Flair's come back tonight. That's okay.
Yes, indeed.
I hate being wrong.
You hate being wrong. All right. SmackDown Women's Championship. Carmella versus Sasha Banks. They have made Carmella look so strong for these past couple of weeks. Even with the little so-called bodyguard that she has that can't even fight. Sasha whooping him left and right. They have made Carmella look strong. I think once again in this match, Carmella will look strong. She will dominate most of the match. But towards the end of the match, Sasha goes on a run, puts on the backstabber, and then the bank statement. Sasha gets the pin, or Carmella taps out, I should say. Sasha retains as SmackDown Women's Champion.
Gotta agree with you, my friend. I love the feud. I love how Carmella has busted that bottle on her back, and that's
Yeah, I
like
know, right?
that's so obscure to break a bottle on somebody's back. But I
Right.
love it, and I love that they're kicking Sasha's ass, and I like Sasha's outfit. She comes to the ring looking cute. Woo!
Hey,
Look,
my baby always looking right.
hey, calm down over there, bro. They had a fit. Um, But I think this will be a great match. I think Carmella is definitely gonna shine tonight and show that she stepped her game up. And I think tonight Sasha will retain, but it'll be a great match. Sasha holds on to the SmackDown Women's Championship.
There you have it. Now on to the two main events. WWE Championship. Drew McIntyre versus AJ Styles. AJ is not going to win this match, but he's going to put on a hell of a show. A hell of a show. He and Drew they're going to put on a show. It's going to be a great match. I'm ready to see this match tonight. But Drew hangs on to the belt. Drew hangs on. But will the Miz capitalize and cash in? That's another question. And can I make a prediction on it tonight? I say the Miz tries to cash in, but it's unsuccessful. Even with the help of John Morrison. I'm going to go with that. No, but you know what? Better yet, scratch that. Because I remember an interview that the Miz did. He said he wanted to be champion at least one more time. And you know what? The Miz hasn't been world champion since WrestleMania 27. Almost 10 years. Miz cashes in and he's champion until the Royal Rumble. Boom. I said it. There it is. Boom. Miz cashes in. Becomes champion tonight after Drew defeats AJ Styles.
That's a bold prediction, bro. I don't see it happening though. I think they saved the cash in for WrestleMania.
Ooh.
But what I do see today, I see a phenomenal forearm coming up from the top of the ladder.
You think AJ's going to go to the top of the ladder, do a phenomenal forearm? You think
I
Vince
think
is going to
so.
let that happen?
I think so. I think we'll see something tonight. I think we're going to see something good. I would love to see it. It might not be the tallest ladder, but it might be one of those, secondary ladders that look, but
the
we
one,
might
the
see
one,
it.
the one Hornswoggle used to fly off of.
Right, right, right. The little tadpole splash. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, yeah, I can't. I think this will be a great match, but I don't see Drew McIntyre losing the title tonight, bro. I don't see a cash in. I think they're gonna wait. I think they'll wait to one of the big pay-per-views, WrestleMania or Royal Rumble. But I say Drew McIntyre retains.
All right, there you have it. He has Drew retaining. I have Drew retaining also. He doesn't have the Miz cashing in. I got the Miz cashing in. And going on to the last one, which will be the main event of TLC, another TLC match. The champion, Roman Reigns, versus Kevin Owens. And before we do that, Vashawn has a question for you, my friend. The question is, are you doing a watch party tonight?
Let me tell you this, Fashawn. It's always a pleasure to see you and talk to you, and congrats on your show. I'll be watching for a little while because I still got to practice my promo stuff. But I'm gonna tell you right now, for you, Vashawn, just for you, I'm gonna do a watch party because we have a great time. Hopefully, some people show up, and hopefully, when I show you up at the watch party tonight, you'll see one of my new title belts over my shoulder. Because by that time, I should be the Mania Club champion. So hopefully, this is how it's gonna go. If I win, watch party. If I lose, you don't see me, no watch party.
so so there you have it. He has to do his promo battle. He wins, we got the watch party. If he loses, no watch party. But I'm gonna say this: he does the watch party. I am able to show up tonight. I'll be there if he's able to have it. But let's go
There'll
ahead.
be a, there'll be a watch party no matter what. But hopefully I'm in a good mood. If I've lost the promo battle, I'll be having a few toxic cocktails.
All right, watch party is set for Sean. Now
Yes.
back to Roman Reigns versus Kevin Owens. Um, dude, I think we seeing people go through through tables. We're gonna have people going through barricades. I think we have people going through ladders. I think we would have a very destructive match with a lot of stuff being broken. But at the end of it, Roman Reigns stays champion.
There's no way Kevin Owens wins this title. There's no way it happens. But the match will be awesome. The match will be great. The match will be brutal, and it's going to set up the Royal Rumble, another title match. You never know. We got the whole. We talked about this about Goldberg. Who's the gentleman that took the title from Kevin Owens?
Goldberg.
Goldberg. Goldberg wants to fight Roman. Never know. Might see a triple threat at WrestleMania. You never know. Or at the Rumble. Might see a triple threat at the Rumble. Roman,
Never
Goldberg, Kevin Owens. Could be. You
could
know,
be. Yeah.
we got to see. But Kevin Owens does not win that title tonight. As cool as it would be, Roman's so strong right now. His gimmick is so good. His intensity, how he's at the head of the table, how he's everybody's tribal chief.
Chief.
Bro, the gimmick is on point. Got to keep going. He's going up. He's going
Yes.
up. And you got to give Jey Uso kudos because he has elevated Roman to the next level. Not to mention the walrus behind him, Paul Heyman, who gives
Yeah.
him those looks like those and those and those and the and the. Listen, right now, SmackDown and Roman Reigns is the way to be. He
Yes.
is on top of the mountain. He's finally on top of the mountain, and everybody's happy about it. Whether you like him or hate him, he's not being shoved down our throats, and he has earned this spot.
Totally agree with you. We got Roman Reigns maintaining the Universal Championship there. Now, before we go, can you tell everybody what time is your promo battle today?
My promo battle is at 4:30 p.m. Eastern on Mania Club. You have to be a member of Mania Club to watch. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send a link to Mania Club on MVS page, and you have to fill out their rules and everything, and you have to put why you joined. if you just put, hey, listen, Tony's in one of our groups. We love wrestling. We love blah 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 blah. We follow the rules. He referred us to watch, to be here. They'll accept you. If not, if you can't watch live at 4:30, I will try to put the link on the MVS page. But today is the day, guys. I'm going to represent MVS. I'm going to try to win the Mania Club Promo Battle Championship and bring it home. 2020 was probably the worst year of record in history. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make 2020 end the right way. Tantilizing Tony, bringing the title home for MVS from Mania Club Promo Battle Champion tonight. 4:30, I'm taking on BJ, the leader of the brand, and I'm getting hyped. Mania Club's going down. We're going to do it. Everybody, I'm good. Woo! All right.
Also,
Going down with Mania Club, baby. MBS, I'm ready. And Walter Sylvie, Walter, I saw your post about Nicholas. Today's not the day for you to mess with me. I must be focused. I must bring the title home. When I'm done getting this title, Walter Sylvie, I'm coming for you.
you know what, Walter? We getting sick of you, man. Like literally, we are getting sick of you, man. You showing your real true colors of what type of person you are. But anyway, don't worry about Walter. Don't think about him. You got bigger fish to fry with this promo. And
He's like a minnow.
Yeah, that's it.
like a sardine stuck in a can. Flop it on the deck.
Now, in 1 hour, for those who are watching, our other MVS member, for Sean Jones, VK Jones, will be having his show. You can catch it on his Facebook page, my Facebook page, and my YouTube page. For those who want to tune in and watch, we're going to talk about a little college football playoff and probably a little bit of the Saints, and then Louisiana high school football. It's mostly Louisiana stuff because, that's where we're from. But if you still want to tune in. It's his show. I school him. That's what I do. I'm gonna steal your dibs. That's just what I do. I don't school Tony because we great here, but VK, yeah.
Hey, just for the record, I'm not from Louisiana, as you well know, and I'm not gonna lie to you people. I watched the show, and it's a good show. They do a good job. They give you a lot of information. So check out the show. It's a good watch.
Yes, sir. Now, other than that, watch the VK Jones show in 1 hour at 4:30 Eastern Time, 3:30 Central. You watch Tony on Mania Club in the promo battle, and then at 6 o'clock, watch party. All right, Tony gonna put the link out later on. Watch party for TLC. Other than that, that is.
One more thing.
Go ahead, sir.
Don't forget, we also gonna let you guys know when the end of the year show is, when the year in review.
Hey, I was thinking sometime Saturday.
The day after Christmas.
Yeah.
I'm in.
All right. So we'll talk about what time to set it up for. Try to get some guests, like the MVS admins, Trohan and Mike Bradley, because they are the two that started it. I'm gonna ask Jay Spade if he want to join us for a couple minutes, and then the year in review. We do all that.
I'm in.
All right, cool. All right, for my man, Tantilizing, Tony Leven.
The future champ.
The future champ. That's right, the future champ. Your boy, Mr. Steal Your Dibs. We see y'all next time. Peace.